Can't we wait a little longer? There are still a lot of people in the shelter who haven't had the chance to board.
So what? Your mission is to chase down the desert bandit and retrieve the ash crystal, not wasting time on rescue efforts.
I can't turn a blind eye to those in need.
You say this because you want to obstruct the mission, don't you? Only a Quinn lackey would give such a ridiculous reason. You're just a navigator. You're not qualified to engage in our talks.
Technically right, that is true, but our character is not so bossy, so...
MBCC Chief, you're a smart cookie who knows what you need to do, right?
Reproach, Guillotine. What does reproach means? To express to someone one's disapproval or disappointment in their actions. I guessed as much. I thought it would be a little bit more harsh than that, but maybe not. Did the Outland Affairs Bureau activate an emergency response to deal with the impending tide of ashes at the shelter? Are rescue measures being taken?
Are you trying to teach me what measures to take?
I'm not trying to teach you, I'm asking you. Or does the Chief of the Outland Affairs Bureau regard the lives and the property of Outland civilians in White Sands as of little concern?
You.
If you indeed hold these views, I don't think there is any need to listen to your comms anymore. You shut off the comms.
Wow, Chief, that was so cool! See, Hekate, I told you not to stop me. No one can handle listening to that old fart.
Impressive! So this is the real Chief!
Chief, what shall we do now?
Prioritize saving lives. Hekate, arrange for those in the shelter to board the ship. Hela, do a head count and make sure no one is left behind. Kavakava, monitor the movement of the tide of ashes and report any updates. No matter what happens, our priority is to save lives, all consequences.
There's no time.
After uttering those icy words, Stargazer turns to the raging tide of ashes. It's already here, huh?
There's no time! There's simply no time to evacuate them! If we don't leave now, we'll get caught up in it too!
The desert bandits who took the ash crystal must be back. They don't intend to spare anyone here.
Chief, shall we leave?
Leave after issuing such a riveting speech. How can you watch these innocent people perish because of your actions? Because of our actions? We didn't know this whole thing was gonna go down. The bandits were the first one to attack.
However, there is another foolproof way, and that is to use an ash crystal. It can drive away sandworms and pierce through ashes, for it is a creation born from the tide of ashes and the infallible treasure of the desert bandits.
You remember the dead ash crystal. Kavakava, open the vault. You change your mind, the mission must be completed, but the people must be saved too. You're ready to trust your decision and trust Stargazer. Trust Stargazer, it's the ... That sounds very trustworthy. You decide to gamble on the abilities and wisdom of Stargazer to open a path for you, even if you are condemned as a heretic afterwards. You are willing to bet that she will be on your side. Give the ash crystal to Stargazer. Try and see if you can reactivate it.
I was right about you. You are indeed a brave one.
Stargazer flashes an inscrutable smile, takes the ash crystal from your hand. However, she does not let go of your hand, leading you onto the deck with her.
Stay with me, MBCC Chief. I need you. Use your shackles to help me.
You obey her words and begin casting the powers of the shackle into the dead crystal alongside her. Thanks to your effort, Del Grey crystal began to glow with luster.
Did we succeed?
Stargazer's hand glow red as she guides you to raise up the ash crystal, her gaze reverent as if whispering to the stars.
Scatter. Depart. Wallow. Don't look back. Don't look back.
The moment the tide of ashes touches you, it dissolves into starry patches of light, scattering to the wind across white sands.
I can't believe it! This actually made the tide of ashes disappear!
Chief, the obstacle has been removed. It's time to close the net.
Who are we fighting? Oh right, we got the Bombard, which is not a thing that normally you get. I'm gonna keep the normal one. The Bombard costs too much. Anyway, I'm gonna be back with this. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot. Are we gonna go after the bandits? And that's victory.
My work here is done. I wish you good luck.
I always am amazed by this background that she has, Shalom, but I don't understand what the background is. At first I thought it was computers, but no, it's just chairs. And that is FAC 108. Moving on to FAC 109. Moonlit Night Secret, FAC 109. Are you ready to devote your heart to spying on secrets under the full moon? There's no combat, but it says level 30 for some reason.
With me when it's done.
With the help of Stargazer, you usually track down the remaining desert bandits. The bunch of feral stragglers who have mutated beyond human recognition. One of these creatures is slicing open its companion's belly in a vain attempt to hide the ash crystal. Bloody innards spill all over the ground, intermingling with the eerie red glow of the crystal. That's the first time they have gone into such a brutal description of something. What lunacy. Ooh. Nice one. Is she trying to get both dash crystals and then she's gonna do something or something?
These are the humans you trust.
Stargazer spits out these words to no one in particular, picks up the soggy ash crystal and tosses it into your hand. Soggy one, it's soggy in blood, that's hilarious. All the desert bandits' remnants have been caught and the crystal is back in your hands. Now it's time to face the consequences.
Chief, the Outland Affairs Bureau has issued an urgent communications request.
Your previous actions must have greatly offended the Outlands Affairs Bureau. You must address them properly. After you assign Hecate to interrogate the desert bandits, you rush to the cockpit. Since you successfully recovered 2 ash crystals and wiped out all the desert bandits, Outland Affairs Bureau could only verbally admonish you for your unauthorized actions. After you hang up the comms, Hecate walks into the cockpit. It seems the interrogation has made some findings.
Chief, this is the Desert Bandits' interrogation record.
Hecate turns on the security footage and begins to replay the interrogation. You see the desert bandits, now deprived of the ash crystal, begging for mercy under the pressure of Hecate's nightmares, spewing out everything they know. You catch a key term in their jumble of words: filth flower.
The Desert Bandits said that their crystal came from a creature trapped in the depths of the Tide of Ashes, called the Filth Flower.
I don't remember ever fighting a flower. Maybe I did, I don't remember. It's been a while since I fought one of the Tides of Ashes.
When the Desert Bandits attained the crystal, they not only gained the power to control sandworms, but also used it to summon the Tide of Ashes.
There are living creatures in the depths of the Tide of Ashes? I mean, we assumed as much, the main one, but we don't know if it's a living creature. I mean, define living. You try to recall the scene around you inside the Tide of Ashes, but you can't remember anything other than the oppressive and suffocating apostle of ashes.
It's the source of the Tide of Ashes.
Stargazer, who has been silent all this time, comes to you and gently wipes the screen, replaying one of the Desert Bandits' confession.
It's the place where the apostles of ashes want to take you. No one knows what that place is, nor does anyone know what the filth flower and its intentions are.
What if it's a source of Tide of Ashes? Then I guess we'll have to make the trip.
Well, theoretically, if you find the Filth Flower, you may find a way to end the Tide of Ashes. White Sands will regain its tranquility.
But at the same time, if this filth flower is actually planning to devour the chief to get access to the shackles, then would become way too fucking powerful. Like, they will have to deploy some major forces to take care of it.